Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am back with part 4 of the glue book creation video series, the start to finish. So we left off, we were busy, yesterday we did the covers, we were busy doing some more pages, and I actually did a few pages without you yesterday. I just wanted to move us along, and I think this will be our last video because we're going to sew in the signatures, at least in these two books today, is my goal. But I wanted to show you a couple of things that I added, which I can't remember for sure what all was in here. So we'll just kind of flip through this one and I'll talk about it. I did put cardstock scrapbook paper on the outside of each signature. I just like to do that for strength. And so did do that. I made sure that the pages that went with each book had some of those. These I know I did. These are papers from a Flow journal or a Flow magazine, I guess they're called. And I haven't used them in anything else. They're just a different style, really, I guess, than I normally use. So anyway, I thought it'd be great to use them in here. So did that. We had this story page. We had this. We had the calendar. I added music to each one. No journal's complete without a little music in it. So I did add music. The one journal that was missing the blueprints, I put that in there. And I don't know if I had these doilies in or not, but I did that. And then I also put a piece of scrapbook paper in the middle of each signature. So that's kind of what I did. And you'll see the whole of all 4 journals when I do the flip through before I list them in my Etsy. So not to worry, you'll see everything I did. So let's see, what else did I do? Okay, I wanted to show you this. I did take your advice and made a big bookmark out of the spine of the Make It book. So I did that. And then what I wanted to do before we sew these together is I had a couple more things I wanted to add over here. I have these giant flashcards. And I have some farm ones that I put with my farm stuff, but these other ones aren't, they don't go with anything really. So I thought I'd tip those in. I do that. And then I have a bunch of cards and envelopes and things here. I was hoping to do a big envelope in the spine, which this will fit. So I think I have enough here. Maybe I don't. But that's okay. We're only going to do these 2 on camera, I think. So I have enough for that. So anyway, let's just start starting here. And what I was thinking with these is they might be a nice place to tuck in different things that you'd like to put in your glue book. So it's not going to quite fit there. I'll fit that page, but I don't want to glue it on there. Maybe that's what I was going to do, is I was just going to make it flip out like that. Should be able to get into that easy enough, I think. I wish it had a little deeper thing like that. That's what I'm thinking through. Is that going to be too tough to get into once that's sewn in? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe what I'll do is I wonder if I could alter this a little bit so it was easier to get into. Well, there's only one way to find out. I need to find my scissors because, of course, they've gone missing first thing. Oh gosh, they're right in front of my face. Uh-oh, gonna be one of those days. How would I do this? I'm just gonna start cutting. I don't like how jaggedy that edge is. Not to be a perfectionist or anything, but okay, well that makes it easier to get into, right? Okay, I'm just going to make the management decision and not put them in the signatures. I'm not feeling good about it. Just not feeling good about it. So what I'm going to do is just, I will just clip these onto a page in each one. But I'm not going to do that until after I sew in the signatures. And the cards, I'm out of kind of bigger cards. I was kind of surprised, but I have these fun ones. That might be fun to put just right there since that's so plain. Okay. Okay, now we're going. Oh, we're going. Let's see. How about a little Mary Engelbreit right there? That's happy. Gotta give it to Mary Engelbreit. She's happy. I don't know if she's lost popularity in the last little while or if it's just that she just is taking life a little easier and not as visible anymore or something. But oh, as a big fan in the day, I had everything Mary Engelbreit. Okay, so there's that one. Let's do this one. Yeah. So in this one, there's the music. I did some pages long ways in this one. So here's the ones from the Flow magazine on that one. So let's see. That's cute. That would look cute there. Okay. I'm gonna have a little pile of envelopes. Maybe I'll put a batch of envelopes with these or something so that people can use them. Okay, where is my Flowish? There it is. Let's see, what do I have? Ooh, this is pretty. That looks kind of fun there. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had a bunch of big cards, but really didn't. I looked through my stash and it was like, oh, okay, well, not a lot of cards. Okay, that one's cool. Excuse me. My husband's been coughing up a storm today too. I don't know. So we had our dinner last night. We went out to the Italian restaurant that I was telling you about. Where's my Flow magazine? And it was delicious. It was delicious. Had a delightful waiter. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of little stuff going on there. So maybe we'll put this here. There was too much little stuff going on. Okay. All right. So anything else will be clipped in, I think, other than I wanted to do flips on those little cards. So let's do that. Okay, we'll save some of these cards for the big books and do those. Okay, so what I was thinking, I thought about just extending this page a bit, which I think is a good idea because it's just, you know, it's the back of the signature. I'd like it to be stronger. Yep, I think I've talked myself into that, into just putting this on there. And if I just go right to there, it still leaves a cute picture that is going to be all sorts of glued over anyway. Okay, let's use the art glitter glue with the stopper topper. I mentioned that because I always get asked. So there's some company called West Texas something or another that sells the stopper toppers, but I would just Google it is what I would do. Okay, so let's just try and get that along the line somewhat straight. And there we go. Easy as that. Yeah, I like that. That gives that back a little bit more stability, I guess I would say. And then I was thinking of using one of these in each one. It's kind of the same thing. Okay. So I was doing something fun this morning. I am working on getting my very first digital kit per se. I have my embroidered trims on digitally on my Etsy, but I was working on, I'm doing my eco dyed papers in a kit, and I'm very excited about it because you guys were asking last summer, and last summer I'm like, I have no idea how to do that and don't want to. And so, but then I just did my little trims, and that was, you know, pretty easy to do. Well, it took me a week. Let's not lie. It was not easy for me to do because I'm technically challenged, but I got it done. Let's just say that. So I thought, well, no time like the present. I am going to try and get my eco dyed papers done. And so I'm doing the first kit, which will be, I'm calling it Eco Magenta because the papers really did come out a beautiful color of magenta. And so yeah, I got those scanned this morning. I still have to do all the work to get them on Etsy and watermarked and all that jazz, but I made progress today. Okay, so this goes all the way out, so maybe we'll do flips on this one is what we'll do. And I'm trying to decide, I don't know, I think I want to do like, I have some, where are my coffee dyed scraps? There they are. Let's just maybe do a hinge with this. Yeah, so anyway, I'm pretty excited. I still have a lot more work to do, but I kind of have it as my goal to get them done today and on there. So you might be seeing a video. This will air tomorrow morning, so I might be telling you something you already know because I already did the video. It's really weird not like uploading right after doing the video and having that kind of time lapse. It's like it makes it a little weird sometimes. I'm gonna do like that. Anyway, so that's what I did. That's what I was up to this morning, and then wanted to get another in this series done. Yeah, just so many things to do, and just I ran out of time, which my husband would disagree with because I'm down in my craft room almost all the time, but it's like stuff takes time, you know? He's off to the grocery store this morning, which is lovely. He said, "You want to come?" I said, I was really hoping to scan my eco prints. He's like, "Okay, that's okay." I'm like, "Oh gosh, you're good." I mean, I didn't like going to the grocery store when I had to do it. Now that I have a choice because he does it. Okay, so now we just have this as a little flip out, which is kind of fun. That's fun. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to put one on each of these. And then we're going to sew these bad boys in is what we're going to do. Okay, I need some more hingy material here. Here's a good one. Let's see. Let's do something. Ooh, let's do the lion, because then that guy looks like he's scared of the lion. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, goodness. So I do want to go for a walk with my husband this afternoon, though. So I don't know if I'll get the papers on today or tomorrow, but I'll get them on here soon. They're coming soon to, let's see. So that's gonna, okay. Sometimes my spatial thinking, it's like I really have to think things through. Been talking to a lot of you about the cutter. It is wonderful. I am kind of mad at myself for waiting so long to get one, because I'd seen it on other people's channels. But, you know, I really like my smaller Fiskars cutter too. And so I thought, oh, I don't really need it. And then I got the Joann's coupon, and I thought, well, maybe. Holy cow. I wish I would have done it sooner. Okay, little Mr. Lion, you stand there and this guy's scared of you. Okay. One more. I don't know. Let's do an apple. How about? Okay. Yes. Grabbing a strip of coffee dyed. I'll tell you what. You know, you cut all this stuff off to make pages fit and whatever, and it's like really such a good thing when we can think of something that will use them up a little bit. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I need to go for a walk and walk off my dinner last night. Oh my gosh, it was so good. But you guys, you know, I had the video where I didn't get much sleep the night before, and you all were so kind in giving me all your tips and tricks and stuff. Well, last night at dinner, well, we had to wait to be seated, so I had a glass of wine while we were waiting to be seated. And then while we were waiting for our dinner, then our dinner came, and I had a glass of wine with dinner. So we got home and we watched a little TV, and I was so sleepy during TV. I was like, oh my gosh, I can hardly stay awake. And we went to bed, and you know, I usually communicate with all of you. Nope, didn't even grab my iPad. I laid down and my husband was reading. I was asleep. Usually he reads for 5 minutes. I was asleep before he shut the light off. So I guess eventually you catch up. I guess that's the truth of it. Okay, so we're ready to get these into the books. So here's the thing. The reason I'm going to do the big ones off camera, time-wise, for sure. But the other thing is they're so big that it's going to be hard for me to not be crashing into the camera all the time and everything. It would just be challenging. And I'm not up for a challenge. Okay, so I already made my templates. So this one goes with the purple one. This one goes with this one. So see how that just fits pretty nicely in the spine. It's a little big. I'm going to go shave off just a tiny bit of it real quick in my handy dandy new cutter. It just needs a tiny bit taken off, I feel like, in order to fit nicely. See how that works. I feel like this side is crooked. Maybe it was that gal that had the 2 glasses of wine cutting this thing. I don't know. Yep, it's crooked. Okay, now we're ready, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now I am going to figure out its markings. This one was 10 inches, so, or close to it. So I'm just going to go down, and go down 5 inches to the middle. And what I'm going to do is just draw a straight line. I mean, you guys have seen me do this before, but I guess it never hurts to repeat because new people come to the channel and whatever. Which, welcome to all the new subbies. I looked this morning and it was like, oh, okay, a few more subbies, which is awesome. I love it. Okay, so there's 5. Just going to draw a line down there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing, an inch from the top and an inch from the bottom. I don't get too complicated figuring out, you know, I just don't get too complicated. I go an inch from the top, an inch from the bottom, and in the middle for the 3-hole pamphlet stitch and call it good. Because, you know, you can make yourself crazy with this stuff, and I just am not going to do that. So 3 inches. So it's a little less than, so I'm taking my ruler and putting it about there. And I think what I'm going to do, oh, I have three signatures. I was going to just do 1 and 2. That's not going to work. So let's do, what do we think? If I did 3/4, maybe a half, 3/4. Okay, I'm going to do 3/4 from this side, 3/4 from this side, and then a half right here. That makes them pretty evenly spaced, I think. So we'll do the same all the way down. 3/4 I said, didn't I? 3/4 and a half. Oops, I want to go down there. Okay. 3/4, 3/4, 1/2. Alrighty then. So I am going to grab this. I'm just going to clip it on there. See if that works. I had a subby suggest this. Normally I poke the holes through here and then I mark mark the book, and she said, why don't you just clip it and do it that way? So we're gonna try it. I think it'll be just fine. Just kind of making sure it's in the middle. All right. So now, my poor little holy paperback book that I used to poke through, man, oh man, that's Seed Better Days. I think I'll turn it over. Okay, and then we're just gonna put our holes in. I'm gonna try my best. I gotta stand up to do this to get the leverage, but it helps to take off the protective thing. Okay, so, and then I'm just, where my dots are, I'm just gonna go through, and I'm using my left hand so that I don't wrench the shoulder. I've had a few inquiries about these glue books, and I will do a total flip through, and let you know when they're going to be listed on my Etsy. Just feeling the other side to make sure I've gone all the way through. Sorry if I'm hitting the camera with my other shoulder. That's why I knew the big books would be a disaster trying to do on camera, because they're so unwieldy as they are, but they're going to be awesome. I'm really excited about Kiko and Make It. I'm excited about all of them. They're just fun. They're just fun. And did I tell you? I think I told you about the story about the gal who had someone say on her channel that her son, has autism, and that she has a glue book for him, and that it's so good and everything. And that made me think, I think I might try and make glue books for all my grandkids for next Christmas. I mean, how fun would that be? Give them the glue book, and then give them a little pouch of goodies to glue in there. I think they'd all love it. Okay, so we did that. So now our cover has holes. That's good. Now I'm going to grab out a couple more clips. Here we go. And I'm going to set this aside for a second. And we're just going to look through here and make sure we have things lined up like we want them. I might put that one up there. A little bit more. Okay. Let's see, this and this. It's all good. Kind of wanted that in the middle. Okay, I think I'm going to move that up slightly, and we are good, I do believe. All right. So my kids sent me pictures of their Valentine boxes, that they had made to get their Valentines in. And my one little grandson, his mommy helped him, and they're the ones that are moving. And she made a Rubik's Cube. She said she stole one of their packing boxes. She used a moving marker to make the black lines on it, and crayons to color it. She said it took them all night, but they got it done. And then my other granddaughter, this is so cool. Now this part I am going to mark. That's why I draw the lines, so I can mark. Get my pen. My other granddaughter, she had her older sister help her, and they made her little Valentine box was like a giant drink from Starbucks. they made this Starbucks cup, and then I don't know what they put over the top, but it looks like whipped cream with sprinkles on it. And then a big green straw, and the straw is where you pop in the Valentines. I thought that was so creative. I loved it. Yeah. Those two, their mom has had, well, several of my kids have created craft rooms for their children, and I told her one time, I said, you know, the fact that they have a space to do their crafts and that you're not fussy about it being picked up and stuff, I said, you just have no idea what a gift you're giving those children. And it's true. They're just very creative. I think that one needs a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the other thing about getting in the other signatures, this sewing in of signatures is hard on your shoulders, which I was talking to a subby who is, I'm just going to use crochet thread on this, double it up. She is going to have shoulder surgery, and she said, so how did you make your journals after your shoulder surgery? I said, I didn't. For 2 months, I didn't make a journal because of this part mostly. The fact that you have to kind of use a little muscle to be able to, now I'm going to double this, to be able to push the all through and that kind of stuff. It was like not happening. So that's why I said, go back to my channel in like May, especially maybe May, June of 2018. And I said, you'll see all the videos that I did where I was working with my left hand. I was in a sling and I was still crafting, but I wasn't making journals. I was doing other endeavors. Well, now I'm just getting that all sorts of knotted up. But I'm using crochet thread. I do use it occasionally on my journals too, but again, it's a use it up sort of a thing, right? And I get my crochet thread at garage sales and estate sales. So it's like, yep, that's the first. I had to just make sure I was in the first area. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, those two really came up with a clever idea on the whole Starbucks thing. And given the small amount of creative materials my daughter had to work with, she did pretty good too in the midst of moving to even, oh, it's crazy when your kids are little, all the things that you just have to do, like a Valentine's box is, non-negotiable. Especially for her little boy, who is a total charmer, and it's probably like every little girl wants to give him a Valentine. Oh, he's so cute. He's the spitting image of his dad, is what he is. Gosh, having a little trouble getting through there. So, but now I need to pull that tight so I don't go through the thread as I'm poking it through. I'm hoping not to. Anyway, we'll see how we do. Ugh. Having a hard time getting through. But, there's a couple of thicknesses of fabric and everything on these, so there is that. I don't know if I'm in camera, guys, but we're just getting her done is what we're doing. Yeah, so anyway, it's a big day. Valentine's is a big day, I remember. And, my mom was so good. She saved all of my Valentines from when I was a little girl. So we're talking early 60s. So I don't know if those are vintage or antiques, but they're one or the other. I thought about doing a digital of them, but I don't know. Once again, I don't know about copyrights on that sort of thing. So I didn't. Better safe than sorry, I guess. Okay, so that one's in. It's happy. I'm just going to put this in a bow. Call that good. Yeah, I do remember being super excited to go to school on Valentine's Day and get the Valentines. Okay, so now we can set that aside for another second while we get this one prepared. Okay, yep, I wanted that at the bottom. Looking pretty good so far. Yep. Did so much messing about with this. It's surprising that it's all good though. Oh, excuse me. I feel like I have a little tickle. Water with ice. Somebody asked me what was in my cup. I said it's a little early for straight vodka. Not that I would ever drink straight vodka, yuck, but anyways, it's just water. Just keeping hydrated, you know. This is going to be great. I'm excited. I'm excited to have these done. I was talking to my friend Diane about it, and I said, isn't it funny how you're just so excited to start a project, and then there comes this point where you're just about done and you just can't wait to be done and on to the next thing. It's just funny that way. Okay, so let's do I usually write top on one of these, and I did not do that, although they're both an inch, so we should be okay. But I usually do that just so that I for sure line up. I didn't do it this time. I was probably too busy talking. That's what happened there. Okay, let's do a little punching in this guy. Yeah, it was actually good yesterday that I did some of the pages without being on camera, because I was kind of floating all over my room, grabbing this and grabbing that. So it actually worked out pretty well. And I was going to tell you too, I decided not to use that Arabella magazine. I don't know. After you told me how expensive it was, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Okay, let's see. We are gonna get this one sewn in. Before I do the next one, I need to put some Gooby Gone on my awl because it's getting gooky from the... As much as I try not to put the glue in that area, I did. Or there was enough there to make it a little goopy. Okay, and I'll double that up. Oops, sorry. I'm all over the place when I'm doing this, so I'll be hitting the camera. Oh. Yeah. Wondering. Needle feels okay. It's not totally goopy, but maybe it's because the goop has gotten on the awl. Okay, off we go with this one. Kind of cannot see where it's like right about there somewhere. I cannot see it though. Can't see it at all. Jeez. So there's that one. Maybe, there it is. Couldn't see it, but I could feel it. Oh, yeah. The challenges, huh? Sometimes it is hard with these fabric covers, and I really do it more by feel than I do by sight, because the pattern's busy and the hole just disappears into the pattern. Okay. That very middle that's causing me grief. Let's see, let's go through the top one if we can find it. There it is. Oh. There we go. Okay. So we're kind of all set up for our trips next week to go see our grandbabies do their things and stuff. And one of my friends that's going to the crop on it's not this weekend, but next weekend, texted and said, "What time you getting there? Do you want to go to lunch?" And I said, yes. Be fun. So I have no idea how much I'll get done there, and I'm still not quite positive what my project's going to be. I have found that doing traveler's notebooks and ephemera are kind of good things to do at a crop or a retreat, because they're not, don't take a super lot of concentration. They're sort of short projects. You feel like you're getting something done, but there's lots of time for, visiting in between and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is take all my stuff to make ephemera. And, and the collage thing, I've been having so much fun with that. Maybe that's what I should do too. Sorry, I had an eye itch. My eye has been crying today. I have no idea why. Probably got too much sleep. That's my guess. There was too much sleep happening last night. Wow, that was nuts. I haven't felt like that, like fall into bed, fall asleep tired in a long time. It was just a really weird thing. Okay, there's this one. See, that's kind of bowing a little bit. So anyway, yeah, it was a good sleep. Feel kind of, maybe that's why I felt ready to take on getting my eco-dyed papers on Etsy. I don't know. Thanks to all of you who have picked up the trims. I hope you guys have fun with them. I want to get back to playing with some of that stuff. I feel like I've just been doing this, but this, I think people have enjoyed this series, and heaven knows we do enjoy our glue books, don't we? So it was good to take some time out to do this again. All right. Okay, got to stand up again and make sure of where this is. Oh, I was going to wipe this off, wasn't I? Okay, so I use this stuff, you guys. Goo Gone, it's called. And I just grab one of my baby wipes. And And then just give it a little, doesn't take much and it's done. So I'm going to keep that just because after I do this one I might need another splash of that. Okay, so now I'm going to go there. I'll stand up so I can put my weight behind it. That's gonna help. And I close it a bit because it tends to, I have to be able to see the dot, but then I close it a bit because it tends to make you go straighter down the fold. Ugh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, that's life in my neck of the woods. Oh, I heard my husband come home. So how are we doing time-wise? Okay, well, we're gonna get this one sewed in and then the rest I'll have to do on my own, but that's okay. I'll let you know when they're done and ready, and you know, it's just the same process over and over 3 more times. So that'll be good. That'll keep me out of trouble. Ooh. Now look at that. That is not pulled tight. Need to see if I can fix that. I don't know if I can, but in case that ever happens to you, let's try it. Let's try and give it a, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the knot out. Maybe I can use this. Yep. Perfect. Okay. Now we just have one more knot. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. So that was on the upper one. So it's this string. Let's pull both of these super tight. See, that was the one right there. There was the trouble. Okay. So now it's nice and tight. There we go. Another Gail problem to show you how I fix it. Okay, that's good. Kind of glad we did that before I got the 3rd signature in there. It was probably easier. Okay, perfect. All right, now we're going to put this 3rd signature in and have one book done. See, I can totally see the hole on that one. It's funny how it's just a little different. Boy, these are heavy books once they get all those signatures in there. There it is. Okay. So there we go. On that, let's go through the middle again. Okay, tight. And in through there. I don't know, I just find it easier to stand it up. There we go. Okay, so pull everything tight this time. Oh, so what I get for talking too much. See, that's why I do simple things at the retreats, because, you know, even if you're really working hard and trying to get something done, somebody will come up and want to chat or whatever. And, you know, that's the socialization is a big part of why you do it too. So anyway, I will, I think that's what I'll do. I have some gorgeous, I have the Blue Fern Studio paper. I have the Stamperia paper. So I need to make some traveler's notebooks with those as the covers in the middle. So I think that's what I might do. Okay, you guys, woohoo, woohoo. We have ourselves a glue book. Look at that. How fun is that? So there's the spine, just that little cream color. It's cute little, and then it just has all these pages to just glue to our heart's content. So I'll finish the other ones, and next time you see these books, it'll be a flip through to let you know that they're listed on my Etsy. And thanks so much for joining me on this little glue book creation journey. You really motivated me to get, I'm going to have 4 done once I get the other ones done. So thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we'll just see you next time. Bye-bye.